morning and good luck and welcome back to Good Luck with GIno. I'm your host, GIno the Ghost, and you're locked in and laser focused to episode 116 of the fastest growing podcast in the world. If you're watching on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, hit that like button, save it to your device, subscribe to the show, give it a glowing review, send it to a loved one, or maybe an arch nemesis. And then you're going to do what you should have done in the first place, and that's head on over to YouTube. Isn't that right, Gengar? Because it's the number one way to watch the Good Luck show. If you were watching on YouTube, you'd see that my secret rare Labubu is making an appearance. Uh-oh! Yeah, there's a new sheriff in town. Sorry, Pikachu. So if you are watching on YouTube, hit that like button, smash the ever-loving fuck out of that subscribe button, and grease up that algorithm by leaving a comment. Because, well, you're an oil man. And this is my son, HW. And we're a family business. Yep. So leave a comment. Maybe you want to, in the comment section, maybe you want to tell me what I should name my Labubu. I have not named the Labubu yet. I've had it for a couple of weeks. How much did I spend on it? Don't ask! Don't ask me! Money isn't real. Numbers aren't important. Nothing matters anymore. Okay? And yeah, he's dripped down in Dior. What about it? Yeah, he's dripped down in super real, authentic Dior overalls and bucket hat. What of it? Are the clothes real? Doesn't matter. Not important. Just like money. You may notice, if you're watching on YouTube like you should be, that my skin is glowing. God damn. I mean, whoa! If you want to lower the brightness on your screen, I'd understand. I have upped my skincare game. I have evolved from a Charmeleon into a Charizard of skincare. And we got some serums. We applied a new toner. Fellas, you gotta love yourself. Okay? You gotta love yourself, especially if you're white. Because guess what? You're not going to age so gracefully if you don't take care of that skin. Okay? So get on it. And yes, this is an opportunity, a potential ad slot for any skincare brands that want to tap in for promotion. Okay? Hey, we got a beautiful, big brand slot right there for you. I mean, look at that plug. Would have been perfect. But much like my beverage, currently unbranded. So, moving on. One more thing. You may notice the intro is the OG intro still. We got crazy responses on the new intro. Most people loved it. I got a lot of people that said we need the OG intro. We love the new intro, but the classic OG intro, you can't change it. I'm figuring out a way currently to format it in a way where we can have both. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it yet, but I just want to shout out to the guys for making that intro again, because we're going to work it into the show. The streets love it. You know what else the streets love? My live music review show that I'm doing weekly now. We had another one last week. It went great. I want to shout out the people at Narrow for giving me the tools to do it effectively. We're live on Kick. Here's what you're going to do. You're going to make sure you're following me on Kick right now if you're a podcast enjoyer and a music enjoyer, okay? And you're going to make sure you tune into these streams. I got everybody like, well, we need more GIno the Ghost podcasts. You should have 2 podcasts a week. Well, we got another format. Even better. You don't want to hear me yap about the world for 2 straight twice a week. Now you can also learn about the music industry, what makes a hit, learn some new stuff about music, about songwriting, how to network, because these things you can apply in your field as well. It's not just solo for music. We make jokes, we roast people. It's a good time. Come on by. Yeah? Okay. We got a lot to cover this week. I would love to sit here and talk about myself for another 30 minutes, but we got a lot to talk about. And we're going to jump right into our main story. And it is a bit of a doozy. It's a bit of a doozy. Age verification and ID requirements are coming for the whole internet. I'm not sure if you guys have seen the news, but YouTube, X, Spotify, and more are expanding ID verification requirement use on their platforms. So you're going to need to verify your ID to use YouTube, X, Spotify, and more coming soon. Welcome to 1984. I mean, they're not asking. They are demanding. And if you say no, you're locked out. Welcome to App Store authoritarianism. We've reached 1984. We talk about rights being taken away and surveillance. And, we've talked about it on this show before, but here's an uncomfortable truth. You never really had them, did you? You never really had privacy online. The Patriot Act, FISA courts, metadata dragnets have been watching you since AOL dial-up, since Earthlink. You know what I'm talking about? Anybody? Remember that? Maybe I aged myself there. Well, what's new now? What's the difference now? It's not just the government now. It's the platforms enforcing it for them. You see, you used to be watched from behind the curtain, but now you're being asked to build the curtain yourself. Upload ID, verify your name, scan your face, all in the name of safety. The platforms are saying, here's what they're saying. Every platform says it's for child safety. Give me a fucking break, brother. Child safety. Dude, child safety is hilarious. X, the platform that perpetuates Gooner content and Nazi propaganda, suddenly wants to protect children. The government suddenly cares about child safety. Meanwhile, kids are being gunned down every day in school, and the president is a fucking pedophile. And they care about child safety. Oh, Spotify cares about child safety? For what? It is fucking comical, dude, because obviously it's about control and data. Tracking who you are, what you say, who you talk to, what you buy, what you're against, what you're not against, what you stream, how often you stream it. It's not about stopping fake accounts. It's about stopping anonymous accounts. We're living in the birth of dead internet theory. These platforms are run by bots. All of them. All these platforms are run by bots. X, primarily fake users. Spotify, fake bot streams. We got fucking AI playlists created by Spotify from artists that are created by Spotify. They're algorithmically giving you curated things that are being paid for by bot farms. All bots. YouTube, comments, bots, views, bots. They're not trying to prevent them. In fact, they need them. It's why X doesn't make ID mandatory to create an account only for premium features. Elon needs the traffic, even if it's fake, especially if it's fake. You understand? Do you get it yet? Your data doesn't just stay on servers. It gets cross-synced and sold and subpoenaed. And it certainly isn't safe. Data leaks happen annually. Your information is probably out there right now, readily available on the dark web. That password you've had since 2012 that you've capitalized and added a fucking exclamation point, guess what? They've got it. Oh, why do I keep getting all these spam phone calls and spam messages and spam emails? Because your data is being sold because it was leaked by a creditor or by some fucking company you didn't even sign up for, because it was sold by Verizon or by fucking Yahoo or whoever else without your consent, or it was taken in a hack, or who knows what. It's out there. But now, the caveat, this isn't a sudden betrayal. It's an acceleration of a system that's been in place for decades. Now, the corporate UI is catching up to the CCP-esque backend. Your information was never private. You were just ignored because you're a nobody. But now, you're being processed. You're being thrown into the algorithmic ninja blender and served as a data smoothie to every major corporation and government agency in town. Order up! We're entering an era, a very spooky era, where you can't exist online unless you're traceable. Does that chill you to the core? It should. This is why crypto and decentralization is so important. You know, this is why people are like Bitcoin maxis, decentralization maxis. I'm not going to get into that right now because it would take another hour. But the point is, everybody's on here fucking talking about freedom of speech and freedom of speech. People on the right, people on the left, freedom of speech, freedom of speech. Freedom of speech doesn't mean shit when you have to swipe your license like a credit card to use the microphone. Because guess what? If they don't like what you're saying, the surveillance state outsourced its job to the apps you're dying to go viral on. And now you gotta play. You gotta swipe your ID to play ball. You gotta scan your face to play ball. Soon you're gonna have to give your fucking blood sample. And the scariest part isn't that they're watching, they've been watching. It's that we're cooperating. Because we have to. We don't have a choice. I'm seeing people like, well, I guess I'm canceling my YouTube subscription. Oh, yeah? You're canceling your YouTube account? Oh, you're done using YouTube, huh? I see content creators. Well, I guess I'm done on fucking Twitter and Instagram, and guess I'm done on YouTube. Oh, yeah? Oh, you're done with Spotify? Yeah, are you? No, you're not. You're going to upload your fucking ID. And these platforms know that. They know that. It's completely fucked, and you know that. But now you need to show ID to disagree. Welcome to the verified future. Good luck. And that's why it's the name of the show. Let me take a sip of some unbranded water. Sorry to just take a shit on you on this Monday morning. But this is why you watch the show, because I'm going to give it to you straight. Okay? Because I love you and I care about you. Okay? And I'll tell you what, I'll never ask for your ID to watch the show. Yeah? You'll never need to be verified to be a fan of the Good Luck Podcast. You'll never need to scan your ID to grease up that algorithm. For the next segment, you know, the thing about that segment, it's very apolitical to me. It's really about America, which is why I'm wearing the America hat today. Now, I should have put on the pitties, right? But Pikachu, he looks so good in them. You know, I just decided to keep him on him. But for this next segment, it does get a little bit political. And you know, I don't like to get political on this show. So I'm going to leave it up to our lead correspondent over at GNN, the most trusted source of news, GIno Borey. GIno, take it away for us, would you? Welcome to GNN, your leading source of news, politics, and this week, thankfully not Jeffrey Epstein. And now, here's your host, GIno Borey. Good afternoon. I'm your host, GIno Borey, and this is the news. You know that monthly jobs number that everyone treats like gospel? You know, the daily jobs report from the Bureau of Labor Statistics that whenever those numbers come out, the market reacts accordingly. Well, President Trump just fired the official who released it. And today we unpack why that's a bad look for Wall Street, quants, the entire economy, and most importantly, my bags. Trump fired Erica McIntyre. Holy fuck, I fucked that name up. How do you say that? McIntyre. McEntarfer. I don't know, change your name, yeah? That name, you know what, maybe he should have fired her. This name pisses me off. McIntyre. Let's try that again. Trump fired Erica McIntyre, a world-renowned economist and the Bureau of Labor Statistics commissioner, just hours after the July jobs report came out showing only 73,000 new jobs, which is bad. You're looking for around 150,000 new jobs. That's the number you're looking for because you need the number of new jobs to outpace the population growth, right? And that is a bad number. And it's an especially bad number because it was revised down by 258,000 jobs, which were initially reported from the past couple of months. So that's bad. And those numbers are bad as a direct response or a direct reaction to the tariffs, which, again, I told you so. So Trump fires her because he doesn't like the number, and Trump accused her of rigging the data without evidence, per usual, to make him look bad. So basically, he fired her because she wouldn't lie for him. Now, why is this important? Well, quant models in quantitative finance, hedge funds, bond traders, day traders, the stock market, all rely on BLS data to price risk and adjust positions and forecast policy and make moves accordingly. Quantitative finance is apolitical. Okay? The great thing about quantitative finance is it doesn't matter who is the president or who is on controlling the Senate, or it's just, they're just the numbers. Okay? And the numbers are the numbers. Institutions run on this data. The integrity of that data is bipartisan. This woman, Erica McIntyre, Erica McIntyre, was a bipartisan economist that was celebrated by both sides of the aisle. She was doing a good job. And Trump liked her too when she was reporting the good numbers, but suddenly the numbers were showing a more ominous reality. And if the integrity of that data is doubted, algorithmic trading platforms and companies will likely crash or retreat entirely until trust is rebuilt. This entire financial sector is in jeopardy right now because Trump doesn't like the numbers. And you know, I hate to keep using this word. I hate to keep throwing the A word around, but if the shoe fits, this is how authoritarian regimes like Venezuela or Turkey move economically, where statisticians and, heads of agencies are punished for bad headlines, for bad numbers, for data that's unfavorable, but is data. So what's so frustrating to me and to all of the finance world right now is that instead of the president and his staff analyzing the apolitical data being reported and tweaking their batshit tariff policy to prevent the numbers from getting worse, he's just firing the messenger and replacing her with the loyalist who will lie to make him look good. So don't be surprised when the August job numbers come back. Wow, 100 million new jobs. What? Hey, Chuck, did you see these August numbers? 1 billion new jobs. We're now operating on vibes. It's weird when I was taking my economics courses in college, I don't remember learning about aura economics. I don't remember taking vibe macro econ. Investors are already jittery. Market fears about unreliable data were rising even before the firing, and now the uncertainty is hitting growth projections even harder. Market crashed by a shitload on Friday. And, you know, they can say the economy is strong, but if nobody believes the numbers, it doesn't matter. You saw the clip with him and Powell, where Powell just absolutely mugs him and like, he's like, what the fuck are you talking about? These are old. What is this? What are you talking about? And just checks his bullshit right in front of him. Like, if nobody believes you, it doesn't matter. As the saying goes, torture the data long enough and it'll confess to anything. You can't run from the truth. Watch The Big Short if you haven't. I'm not saying we're getting there yet, but you know, I'm not selling my positions yet, but I'm hearing whispers of Michael Burry in the hallways. Anyway, that's it for GNN this week. I'm not going to talk about Epstein. There's literally a new Epstein like bombshell every fucking week. I mean, the newest, they moved Ghislaine Maxwell to like a micro security prison in Florida or something. So she's living like a fucking queen now, right after having like 2 unheard of conversations about an appeal or about a pardon with Trump's personal attorney, who's now like the deputy, like the VP deputy fucking, I don't know, man. It's all fucked. I already told you. They're going to give her a pardon. They're going to try to act like she was a victim. She's going to drop a bunch of names that aren't Donald Trump. Donald Trump's going to get celebrated by his dumb fucking audience. And we're just going to move on and act like nothing happened as a country, because that's what we do. And so we'll probably cover that when it happens. But I think we should just get to everyone's favorite segment now, yeah? The FOH HOF. The fuck out of here Hall of Fame. That's what you came here for. That's what you came here for. And we're going to jump right into it. The first clip this week, he's been here before, but we got a new guest along with him. And let's just jump right into it. Yeah, here we go.
Plus 1 equals 3.
1 plus 1 equals 3.
You and me.
I want you to stand on that.
Listen, the baby is born is a man and a woman. They come together. The baby is born. How many is that? That's 3. But it was 1 woman and 1 man.
1 woman in numerology is 2. A man is 1. 1 plus 2 equals 3. Childlike energy. Child starts with C. C is the 3rd letter. It's always there. And you, my friend, you're born on the 14th. That's what you told me.
Yeah.
1 and 4 is 5. 5 is the number of entertainer. Entertainer starts with E. E is the 5th letter. What are you doing?
What is this, the mental gymnastics event at the Special Olympics? This is like Infinity War between numerology, biology, physics, arithmetic, common sense, horoscopes, and the last 3 remaining brain cells in this podcast studio. The math actually checks out. 1 plus 1 equals 3. This guy plus this guy equals 3 total brain cells. 1 plus 1 equals 3. This dude graduated from Terrence Howard Tech. What are you talking about? He used childbirth to explain addition. Oh, well, a man and a woman fuck and create and that's 3. Yeah, hey, that's not how math works. What if she has twins? 1 plus 1 equals 4? What about Octomom? You stupid fuck. This conversation is so dumb, I can't even tell if they're agreeing or disagreeing with each other. I've watched this clip like 5 times. I don't know. Of course, it's on my dear friend Sean Michael Kelly's podcast. The host of this podcast, Sean Kelly, must have felt like Oppenheimer combining these two idiots on one podcast, putting these two elements in one studio. This is dickhead nuclear fission. It's paradoxical. It's paradoxical. Nightmare on Elm Street, but the Dunning-Kruger effect. That's a good joke. Dude, this guy has third eye sunglasses on. Third eye sunglasses are wild. I have to give credit where credit is due. That's pretty fucking revolutionary. Bro is an eyewear pioneer for conspiracy theorists. He should start selling these. These are great. I mean, I got to watch this clip one more time. This is...
1 + 1 = 3.
1 + 1 = 3.
You and me.
I want you to stand on that.
Listen, the baby is born is a man and a woman. They come together. The baby is born. How many is that? That's 3. But it was one woman and one man.
One woman in numerology is 2. A man is 1. 1 + 2 = 3. Childlike energy. Child starts with C. C is the third letter. It's always there.
The two homeless crackheads are arguing outside Madame Tussauds Wax Museum on Hollywood Boulevard. This is Socrates and Plato for that one high school friend you haven't seen in 2 decades that always sends you videos about Jay-Z being in the Illuminati. You know? Bro said 5 is the number of the entertainer. What does that even fucking mean? Just like, what does that mean, dude? You can just say things. Can just make up stuff. You know, 7 is the number of the musician. Oh, you were born on March 4th? 3 + 4, that's 7. Are you a musician? You should be. 7 is the number of the musician. Is that true? Now it is. If I say it on a podcast, if I say it definitively on a podcast, it is true. Did you know that? You can just speak things into this mic and they just become... All right, next video. Let me have a sip of this unbranded water. All right. Next video. Yeah. Here we go. This is a fun one. Here it is.
I'm pregnant with kid number 5. Our oldest kid is 5 years old. His name is Octavian. Then we have Torsten, Titan, Industry, and soon our little baby Tex.
Kids do not exist for our pleasure, right? If you want that, get a pet. Kids, we have to pay to the future the debt we owe the past.
We want to have at least 7 kids, hopefully 12 more, but I'm limited by the number of kids I can have because I, at this point, can only have C-section. I'm 100% willing to put my life on the line to have more kids.
A lot of groups today are just not going to be represented in the future. And that is a tragedy that we are looking at. And what we are out there trying to do is to get as many people to say, okay, let's try to make my family culture high fertility.
There are racist groups that call themselves pronatalists, but they're not. They're white nationalists. A pronatalist just believes that the future is bright, humanity is good, and everyone should, if they want to, have children. Our primary means of raising awareness about demographic collapse has involved making people angry, making people outraged, because that's the only way they're going to take this issue seriously. Governments will literally fail to be able to take care of the most vulnerable people in their society. Also, I think we just enjoy...
Oh, the government's going to fail to take care of the most vulnerable people if we don't have more kids. Got it. We'll get back to that point in a moment.
Also, I think we just enjoy trolling people, so that helps.
It is obviously a little bit Handmaid's Tale. Is that kind of
100%, absolutely. And it's funny because, I mean, this is the only way we can avoid a Handmaid's Tale future is for feminists to have more kids. And yet they use pronatalism as like, oh, well, I would never, I'll never have kids.
Yeah. Fitting that she's literally dressed like a cast member of Handmaid's Tale. She's dressed like an Amish woman. Okay, we got a lot to talk about here. There's a lot to unpack here. First of all, the kid names. Titan. Industry. Titan of industry. Did they name the kids Titan in industry so they Titan of industry? Industry? She's willing to risk her life to have more kids as if it's a selfless act, but it's incredibly selfish because you're ignoring the primary needs of your children, like, I don't know, being alive. Oh, man. Tragedy. You know, this dude's talking about tragedy. The real tragedy is naming your child Torsten. Tragedy actually sounds like a great name for their sixth child. And this is our sixth child, Tragedy. Torsten, Tungsten, Titan of Industry, Tux, and Tragedy. Jesus Christ. She wants to have 12. She can only have C-section and wants to have 7 more kids. They're about to be slicing her up like a fucking Papa John's pizza. I mean, Jesus Christ. I love that they're rebranding eugenics with pronatalism. It's a nice touch there. Imagine trying to be a poster child for eugenics looking like a walking lens crafter advertisement. I mean, 5 kids with those genetics, the whole family's going to have 520 vision combined. Her glasses are just like, she's got some goggles on her. This is the opposite of the Sydney Sweeney ad. Titan Industry has great genes. Genes are passed down from white person to white person. If eugenics was a corporation, they'd have fired the marketing agency responsible for this video. Not a top lip in sight. Yeah, we got there's one more. We got to talk about him saying the thing about a lot of groups are going to be unable to be taken care of by the government.
Are just not going to be represented in the future. And that is a tragedy that we are looking at.
Right.
And what we are out there trying to do is to get as many people to say, okay, let's try to make my family culture high fertility.
There are racist groups that call themselves pronatalists, but they're not.
My family culture, high fertility. I mean, what the fuck is wrong with these people, dude?
There are racist groups that call themselves pronatalists, but they're not. They're white nationalists.
Right.
A pronatalist just believes that the future is bright,
That the future is what? White?
humanity is good, and everyone should, if they want to, have children. Our primary means of raising awareness about demographic collapse has involved making people angry, making people outraged, because that's the only way they're going to take this issue seriously. Governments will literally fail to be able to take care of the most vulnerable people in their society. Also, I think we just enjoy...
You know? Oh, yeah? Yeah, because the government's doing a great job of taking care of the most vulnerable people in society right now. You know what'll really help that? Let's 10x the output of our children. All the poor people should have more babies. Yeah. Oh, you can't afford to survive. You know what'll help? You thought about having 5 kids and naming them Tungsten, Torsten, Tragedy, and Tux? Also, looks like one of those fucking little minions in Despicable Me with these glasses. Okay, I'm going to stop making fun of these people. Even though I could go on for another hour. Last video, I want to make fun of somebody else. We've seen this guy before. I can't quite tell if he's rage baiting or not, but he is selling a course, unironically. So I am going to fry him. Here we go.
We need to constantly be aura farming, guys. My favorite way to aura farm right now is literally just park downtown. You know, the kids are looking at the vehicle, mom's looking at the vehicle. And this, for me, is not bragging. This is just putting myself in a position where I feel like the main character because I am farming aura from everybody, right? I'm collecting energy. So now when I go do something, like let's say I have a meeting or a call, I'm going to have confidence. I'm going to have aura. And most importantly, I'm just going to feel like myself. A lot of you guys, you feel like you're not important in your own life. So you just never fucking try anything great. But when you feel like you're the main character, you're going to start doing cool shit to represent that. So you really need to start collecting aura. My other favorite way to do it is literally just by going for a drive. You might be like, where do you drive? Nowhere. I just do loops. I do loops around heavily populated areas. I bump my music and I collect aura. If you guys are not doing that, you're going to be miserable. You're going to be lonely. You're going to be ugly. You're going to be fat. You're going to be poor. And you're going to be everything you don't want to be. So make sure you're aura farming.
Got it. Is this alleged aura in the room with us right now? If you aura farm in a rented Lamborghini Urus, do you have to return the aura when you return the vehicle? This is the guy with the one-of-one paint splatter pants that nobody wants. You remember him? I made fun of him a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, aura farming. Bro is aura farming mothers and children, he said. That's like if Thanos was collecting Starbucks rewards points and Kohl's Cash instead of the Infinity Stones. Collecting aura outside in downtown Miami is like photosynthesis for cornballs, you know? Photo cringiness. Like a fucking corny. Ah! Yeah, I like to drive around and collect aura. Bro thinks he's Sonic the Hedgehog. What are you driving around collecting aura? Pump your car full of gas, dude. You know? Careful you don't aura farm for too long or you'll be all aura with no bitches like this guy. Like a video game character with max stats but no real currency or in-game accomplishments. Or bitches. It's like Andrew Tate with a gift ribbon on his head. The reality here. Let me talk to you. Let me talk to you man v man here. The reality is you're aura farming all wrong, dude. See, when you have as much aura as me, the only effective way to aura farm is to stare into the mirror. Because aura farming from others with less aura than you can actually suppress your aura levels. You know what I'm saying? I wake up at 4 a.m. and aura farm myself for about 3 hours every morning. I just like stare into the mirror. Self-aura farming. Masturbation. I masturbate every day. If you masturbate every day, you'll start to see aura regeneration. It's like a stem cell treatment for your aura receptors. God, I should sell a course. I should put that in my bio. It's pretty fucking good. Would you guys buy that course? Aura farming. Embarrassing. My fucking Labubu has way more aura than that guy. Look at this fucking stud. Huh? Look at him. That's going to conclude our episode, guys. I want to thank you for tuning into Good Luck this week. If you're watching on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, hit the like button, subscribe to the show, save it to your device, give it a 5-star review, send it to a loved one or an arch nemesis. If you're watching on YouTube like you should be, isn't that right, Gengar? Hit that like button, smash the fuck out of that subscribe button, and grease up that algorithm by leaving a comment. And I want to thank you, Beyonce, for giving me the ability to have this podcast and to make music for a living. And that's going to do it, guys. Make sure you verify with your ID in the comment section. Post your social security number, all your sensitive bank information. And until next week, as the world continues to crumble beneath our feet and we spiral into an authoritarian hellscape, good night and good luck.
Everybody listen close. There's a brand new show.
What's the name of that new show?
It's called Good Luck
With who?
with GIno.
That's me.
It's gonna get you moving, get you
Get over here, Pikachu.